One of the hardest, most toughest, most challenging, most critical questions for the average black professional or business owner starting out. One of the toughest questions for them to ask is, how much money have you made? Who's paid you? What did they pay you? How many times did you do that? Basically, these are the questions that are to test whether you're serious or not, to test whether you're worth someone's time or not. Get straight to the numbers, straight to the revenue. How much revenue are you making? Toughest question to ask for the average black business, average black entrepreneur. Now, the reason why that is, which is very important to know, is because I'll give an example of my own story. So, I was talking to this white guy from this white organization with a whole bunch of rich folks be at. And basically, he was, I was talking to him because I wanted the opportunity for him to introduce me to to reintroduce me to the CEO, chairman. And I'm talking to him because I got this incredible idea. Excuse me, I got this incredible idea. And I want him to know about it. I want the CEO to know about it. And I want him to introduce me as a warm connection to the CEO. And so he's giving me all these questions like, well, how much is your income and all this kind of stuff, like getting straight to it, like, like on some shit, like, well, where do you work? How much money do you make? And, et cetera, like this. And okay, you have your own business. And okay, so who's paid you and how much did you make? How much did you charge them? And, those are the tough questions to ask for the average, typical black entrepreneur. And it's crazy. But the reason why they're so tough to ask is because the average black entrepreneur doesn't have access like white folks got access. So comparing the average black entrepreneur to the average white entrepreneur, the typical, we're speaking just typical shit. The black entrepreneur does not stand a chance. You know what I'm saying? And the reason why is because the typical black entrepreneur does not have a community that is willing and able to invest in them, around them. And that's something that white people don't understand. The typical white entrepreneur has a community around him to support him. And even if that white entrepreneur is not born within a community that is actively supporting him and contributing to his life, he still has the power and the accessibility to tap in to the community that can support him. With black people, the typical black entrepreneur has to come out of poverty, has to leave a community that cannot support him and value him for his knowledge and his wisdom, and doesn't have the ability to pay him for anything constructive. So his own community doesn't have the ability to recognize his value. And so white people think, well, if you were who you say you are, and if you were actually someone serious, why aren't you already making money? Why aren't you already wildly successful? And the reason why is because the people closest to me cannot support me. I have to literally move them out the way and move out of this community, go to another community foreign to my own, and attempt to be valued there. That's what I have to do as a black professional, because my own community does not have the ability to support me, the willingness or ability, meaning they don't have the motivation, they don't have the confidence, they have no commitment, they don't have the knowledge, they don't have the skill, and they don't have the experience. Therefore, the decision is not made, and the effort is undisciplined. My family can't support me, my community can't support me. That's why I'm showing up to your place like this. Kind of a little crazy, because I had to make it off the sharecropping lands. I had to travel, and I had to come here, and I had to fucking fend off people trying to kill me on the way, trying to stop me, trying to stop my shine. You ever been mugged before? I've had interactions with muggers twice. On two separate occasions, somebody tried to mug me. And on many separate occasions, there were 20, 30, 40, 50 people at least thinking about mugging me. Well, you mugging me, I'm mugging back. The two people that tried to mug me, their efforts were unsuccessful. And that's a reality that some of us have to deal with. We can't even show signs of success in our community without that crabs in the barrel shit. We're getting gunned down by police because police don't need to think twice before pulling the trigger. You know? They don't need to think twice because they don't recognize us as a species of value, because our families don't value us. So before an officer pulls a trigger, they're not thinking about who this young man's grandmother is, who this young man's teacher is from 3rd grade, who this young man's grandparents are, mother, father is, who this young man's children are, who this young man's great-grandchildren are going to be. They don't have to think about that. So it's easy for them to pull the trigger. And it's easy for them to pull the trigger because black families don't matter. They don't matter. They don't matter. They don't matter. Black families don't matter. If black families mattered, then all black lives would matter. But all lives don't matter because all lives don't matter. Because that's not being demonstrated. You know, we can't say all lives matter when all lives obviously are not being valued to the same level. So let's stop fucking around. All lives don't matter. That's the fucking truth. That's the truth. All lives do not matter. The lives that matter, they demonstrate this with their action. The lives that don't matter, they demonstrate this with their action. So it is what it is. So if I want to start a business, if I want to be invested in, if I want some simple money to get a fucking haircut and clean up, get a nice suit or whatever, I can't go to anybody that I know. There's no one that I can go to, you understand? But Bobby, the white boy, there's plenty of people he can go to. And even if there's nobody he can go to, he has a better chance of someone, of being discovered by someone who can help him out. He has a better chance, if no one gives him anything, he has a better chance of knowledge accessibility. But I really have to fight for my knowledge, because it's my knowledge ain't even being given for free. I gotta stay alive. It ain't as easy for me to stay alive as it is for the typical white boy, my age, 25. You know what I'm saying? I've been arrested, you know what I'm saying? For shit I wasn't guilty for. You know? And I never got caught for the shit I was guilty for. I was slick. I've probably stolen under $1 million in over my brief hypothetical career as a criminal. Oh, man. But it's like, you don't know what's right or what's wrong. They say, hey, you know right from wrong. Well, no, you don't. Because if you grow up in a certain environment to where you're used to mold being in the house, then you grow up with mold in the house, and you grow up as an adult, you don't mind moving into an apartment or new house with mold in the house, because that's how you grew up. That was normal to you. That was natural for you. We didn't know whether that was right or wrong. It was just you grew up in that. So it's not, so people don't know what's the difference between what's right and what's wrong because it's all subjective. It depends on how you're raised and how you come up and how you grow up. What a lot of people don't understand is white people don't understand that black people can't do shit for themselves and on their own. We have no community. We have zero community. There's no fucks given about us. No other races care about us. But if other races so happen to care about us, they would be able to care for us better than our own people. Which is crazy, bro. Which is crazy. Remember, like, we were just fucking hostages and then we were let go. And then we were seen as competition for white jobs and all that shit. We still coming out of that shit. This shit is crazy. But you wanna, you know what I'm saying? Ask me questions like, how much money have you made? Bitch, motherfucker, look, 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 man. And you don't make money off the black community. You escape the black community to a community that can afford you, afford to value you. So if I'm coming to you and I seem a little fucking crazy, well, what the fuck else do you expect? People always judge, but they don't know how you got to a certain fucking place. They don't know your fucking story. You know? Like, they don't know your fucking story. They don't know what the fuck you're going through. They don't know that you don't know, and you don't even know what you don't know. And it's not your fucking fault. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm here at age 25, and I'm not in the position that I want to be in. I'm supposed to be way, like, in terms of what my physical reality is, but I will say this. Mentally and spiritually and in all other ways, like masculinity, character, all of that, I've well exceeded. I went far beyond what I thought I'd be able to do in such a short amount of time. So mentally, intellectually, psychologically, attitude-wise, I'm there. Brains-wise, I'm there. But resources-wise, I'm not there. Money-wise, I'm not there. Physical reality-wise, I'm not there. Not yet. And that puts me in a rage because I got a lot to give. You know, and I could do so much more if only I was around people that valued me and could value me, and I knew how to value myself. It's like when you finally do learn how to value yourself and you say, well, I'm going to have to charge you because I can't do this for free. I can't do this for free because it's going to cost me. So I have to charge you to at least cover the cost in order to do it for free. But I'm not going to do it for free. I need to profit off of this. I need to make some money I need to make some money. So I'm going to charge you for the cost of this, and I'm also going to charge you a markup for my profit. And when you decide to do that, as soon as you're ready to do that, green light, you know what I'm saying? It's just so much stagnation. Nobody around you for miles is ready to pay. So you can't even talk to your own about investing in something or building something. They have nothing to invest in you. They don't want to invest in you. And it's crazy. So your own family can't support you. They won't support you. They refuse to support you. They don't fucking listen. I went over Thanksgiving a couple of days ago, and I just was tired of the fucking fake shit. So I let everybody know, like, hey, look, I'm gonna make a general address. This is where I'm at in life. And I feel like I haven't been being valued, and I feel like I'm concerned about the legacy of this family because every year we get around, we don't talk about anything else but the presidency and what the fuck is going on with that bullshit. But we can't even organize what's happening in a family. We can't even stay, tapped in with each other and provide streams of wealth and get to know each other and actually support each other's lives in a meaningful way. Like, I'm concerned about the young generation because I'm not in the best of position right now. And if I'm not at 25 years old, if I'm not in the best of position right now, what does that say about my fucking family? I'm a reflection on them. You know what I'm saying? I'm a reflection of them. So if you look at me, you think I'm fucking crazy. Well, take a look at my family structure. Anytime, if you want to quickly assess the health of a family, you look at the man. You look at what position and what state the men are in. And that tells you the state of the entire fucking race, the entire community, the entire society of these people. It's all about the men. When the men fall, it's over for everybody. We put so much emphasis on taking care of women and kids and elderly, but we neglect those who are tasked with the responsibility of taking care of women, children, and elderly, and that's men. How are you going to take care of women, children, and elderly without men? The men should be first and foremost, because men have to be superior in terms of receiving what they need in order to do what they have to do to provide for their families. We are the protectors and the providers, but we're not being invested in. We're fucking malnourished. And that's the fucking truth. That's the honest fucking truth. And we're being looked over and ignored. You know what I'm saying? And when we do try to express our needs, we get told that we're making excuses and we sound like we're complaining. But what we're really trying to do is we've been forced to self-diagnose ourselves, and we've looked back and we've had like epiphanies, like all of a sudden you realize that you were homeless your entire life because you really didn't have any fucking clothes. You maybe had like 3 outfits to wear, period, and 1 pair of shoes and 1 pair of jeans to wear for the whole entire school year. And, you know, you didn't really eat all that time and you couldn't do your laundry. And you had to wait weeks and weeks and weeks just to get your fucking laundry done. You were in the same fucking underwear. Like, they don't know about that shit. They don't hear that. You know what I'm saying? Because that's, you don't, if you grow up like that, you think that shit is normal. You think that shit is right. And it's not. And so when you finally come forth and say, this is how I've lived, and I'm not living like this anymore, everybody's like, oh, what? Oh. No, I'm not living in poverty anymore with you motherfuckers. This is what I'm worth. If you can't pay that, I must leave. And I must go find someone who can value and appreciate me for who I am. Because you got me looking crazy out here. Not only don't you have shit, but I don't got shit. And you want me to take care of my shit and your shit. I'm trying to take care of my shit. I haven't even taken care of myself yet. You want me to take care of you? You haven't even taken care of me. I wasn't here before you. You were here before me. I'm supposed to be already taken care of, and you're supposed to be already taken care of so that I can take care of you with ease. But none of that shit was set up the way it was supposed to be. And as these motherfuckers get older, they just get more stuck in their own bitter fucking personalities. They're fucking sick and disgusting. And their energy is whack. You know? And they'll have you out here thinking that you're the fucking bad guy, when all you're trying to do is express your needs. Like, I did not receive these, and because I did not receive this, I am here today. Now, it's my mission to go achieve this, this, and that, but this is what I need. These are the resources I need in order to get this within a respectable and healthy time frame. This is what I need. Will you help me? We're not investing in you. That's what my family told me. We're not investing in you. We're not investing in you. They let me leave Thanksgiving broke. They don't give a fuck about us. They don't give a fuck. Nobody taught them how to give a fuck about us. So it's really reality. We're on our fucking own out here as black men, because our families are not investing in us. They don't fucking care. They don't care if you have a fucking plan to make everybody in the family fucking millionaires. Like, seriously, like, I know that sounds kind of like, oh, you're just talking. No, I'm not just talking. I've been fucking working on this shit since I was 15, 16. I've been looking up ever since I realized, like, it was all about this money at 15 years old. I'm on YouTube looking up shadow banking systems. The banks that exist in the skyscrapers. You know what I'm saying? At fucking 15, 16 years old. I'm like, fuck high school. I'm at home. I'm cutting class. I'm looking at financial videos and shit. At 15 years old, bro. At 15 years old, 15. At 15, and a boy. At 15, I'm looking up, finance and shit, bro. This is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying, but anyways, I can't keep fighting for a community that's not fighting for me. I gotta fight for my personal board. And that's Those are my key stakeholders, whoever is supporting me. You know what I'm saying? And if you're not supporting me, man, you go somewhere. I don't even want you to suck my dick. Go suck somebody else's dick. You can suck a dick, just not my dick, because you don't deserve my dick in between your lips. You just don't. You know, you're fucking disgusting. You're fucking filthy. And you've forgotten the purpose of why we're here. You know, while I'm here, celebrate me while I'm alive. You feel me? Stop missing motherfuckers when they gone. You feel me? Everybody that I made amends with, you know what I'm saying? Already, whatever it is, it is. Like, I'm fucking real. If I'm not fucking talking to you, well, fuck. It means you're not a priority, because I'm not a priority in your life. So I can't stick around. I gotta, fuck that. I'm the one with the fucking value, bitch. I'm the one with the resources. I'm the one with the masculine intelligence that's gonna break through barriers. Women get all of their knowledge from men. The knowledge that they need to survive on Earth. Now, it's a man's world, but it's a woman's universe. It's a woman's universe. It's a man's world. So we live on Earth, though. We live on a world. This is our world where men reign. Men are superior to women. Facts, period. On Earth, we are superior to women. Period. Like, you need conscious thought to survive here. Somebody thinking, oh, let's not go in this direction. Let's go this way. Let's turn left. You know, you need someone with judgment. But with black men, we're only valued for our strength when we can pick up tables and chairs that are too heavy for women. Like, what the fuck? You need to value me for my intelligence and my ideas and my imagination and the way I think and my boldness and fearlessness. You need to check out what the fuck I'm working on. Because I could change the fucking world if only I was invested in. If only people woke the fuck up. But everybody's so fucking asleep, man. You feel me? Everybody's just fucking asleep. And this shit is fucking crazy. And we're pretty much just out here on our own. We're out here on our fucking own. And we're being punished for it by everybody. We're punishing ourselves for it. We're being punished spiritually for it. We're being punished by our own people. Neglected by our own people. We're being neglected by other communities. Like, what the fuck? Like, in order to be a man, I have to have resources to provide. But in order to get those resources, I can't even get them from my own community. I got to move out my community and get them from another community. And that's a whole nother war, which already takes resources. And if I don't have those resources, well, shit, I can't get the resources from the other community to bring resources back here. And people don't fucking understand that. So I don't trust this older generation. They're fucking sick and they're fucking disgusting. Like, literally, everyone over the age of fucking 34 right now. And I mean, like, pretty much 33 and 70, you know, 3/4, 33 and 3/4. Age 33 and 3/4. So anybody basically like a day past the age of 34, y'all motherfuckers gotta go. Y'all gotta be burnt alive. Because, yeah, it's just a fucking slave mentality. That shit is embedded, bro. That shit crazy. It's crazy, bro. It's unhealthy. You know, and I won't fucking tolerate it. You know what I'm saying? We got responsibilities. We got these indigo children coming through. You know what I'm saying? Yo. So that was my little rant. You know, by the way, I'm good. You know, I'm fucking awesome. You know what I'm saying? I'll be alright. But I just want to come on here and spit some real shit, because a lot of people are not keeping it